Hey there, welcome back to my first video of 2019, and this video will be a little shorter than normal videos just due to the content that I'm covering. So in this video I'll be reviewing the TIE Fighter from the Revell Master Series collection, also known as the Fine Molds. So let's take a look at what we've got here inside the box. We've got our bags of parts here. And for starters here we have the TIE Fighter wings. And I've never done a Fine Molds or Master Series before, but it's very finely detailed. There's really nice clean lines here. I'm really happy with how this looks. I've always known Fine Mold kits are very nice, but I've never actually done one before. So far I'm definitely impressed with this, with the quality of this kit. Then we have the other set of sprues here with the rest of the wings that are the frames that go around those panels I was just looking at. And again, very nicely detailed, nice, clean, crisp. Really impressed with how nice it looks. Same with the inside of the wings here. In this sprue here we have the clear plastic for the cockpit window and the upper canopy, which I'm not sure if I'll be using yet, but I'll figure that out later. And of course we have the sprue here which has the main body of the TIE Fighter. So we've got, well, upside down here, but we've got the front of the TIE Fighter here. Very nicely detailed all along the edges. We have the floor of the cockpit, the rear of the cockpit, the side walls for the cockpit, and the bottom and top and front and rear panels, and the other half of the body. Again, all very nice, fine detailed, nice and clean. You know, no problems whatsoever in the molding or casting of this. And then we also have here the base, which I will not be using, and we have the pilot, which I will be using. But again, this base is going by. I'm gonna use my own custom built base again. It does come with some decals here. Some of which I will be using. These along the interior, most likely not. But these on the outside I will be using. And here we have some photo etch which I got for this kit. And it has lots and lots of very small parts. It's got the interior walls here, and then some of the cockpit pieces, the controls, and then just lots of little parts that just go all over the outside for that added detail. And as with my other kits, I will be adding electronics. Here I have a soundboard, an Adafruit soundboard for some sound effects that I will be adding to my build. And then here I have the Adafruit Trinket, which is basically an Arduino board where I will control my laser firing and engine lighting and all that. Now, like my X-Wing build I just did, if you watched that, I got another case from Joann's Linens. This one is slightly smaller, more square than rectangular. And like my X-Wing build, I will be using half of this case here, the bottom half, as my base, and I'll end up painting it black like my X-Wing model build that I did. And I also have a brass rod here that I will be using to support the TIE Fighter, which will go into the base. And then the other end of the brass rod will go into the bottom portion of the TIE Fighter like so. I'll drill a hole there, and then all of my wiring for my electronics and LEDs will run through that brass tubing into my base where the electronics will be. So in this kit here, we've got the sidewalls here, which are the sidewalls for inside the body. And I will not be using those because, as you can see in this photo reference right here, around the pilot there is the red lighted Imperial writing, and the kit comes with these decals to put in these walls here to simulate that. But I have this photo etch here, which actually I can put this LED panel behind it. This is actually an LED strip I have here. I have a panel ordered which should be here shortly. But essentially I will be putting this panel behind this photo etch, and when it lights up and glows, it'll be all red Imperial writing showing up through the walls of the TIE Fighter, just like in the film, as you saw in that photo reference I have. So that is what I have planned for my TIE Fighter build, and that is the review of my kit that I will be working on. So I will be starting on the wings next time and the interior cockpit. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.